Alright, so this video is for anyone who's seeing MAGA content creators claim that Trump was a whistleblower against Epstein for a phone call that he made to the Palm Beach police in 2006. And we need to talk about a very specific timeline here. And first things first, it should be noted that Trump made this call to that police chief in July 2006 and said on the call, "Thank goodness you're stopping him. Everyone has known he's been doing this." Now that sounds a lot like Epstein had already been arrested, and there's good reason for that too. Because as you can see here, in March 2005, Palm Beach police began investigating Epstein after the family of a 14-year-old girl had reported him, and then multiple underage girls came forward, many of them in high school, that told similar stories about Epstein's illegal behavior. But down here in July 2006, when Epstein was finally arrested, a grand jury indicted him, and then in 2007, federal prosecutors took over the case, and a guy named Alex Acosta reduced it down to one minor charge that put Epstein in jail for 18 months. But Epstein served most of his sentence in a work release program that actually allowed him to leave jail during the day. So did Alex Acosta spend the rest of his life in infamy for letting one of the most notorious child sex traffickers off easy? Nope, because in the early days of Trump's first term as president, he actually named Alex Acosta to his cabinet to be Secretary of Labor. But when Epstein was rearrested in July of 2019, Alex Acosta's sleazy deal came under scrutiny, and he was forced to resign from Donald Trump's administration. But during this press conference outside the White House, Donald Trump was asked, did he suspect Jeffrey Epstein of molesting young girls when they used to be friends? And he said this.
No, I had no idea. I had no idea. I haven't spoken to him in many, many years, but I did have no idea.
So does this sound like the same Donald Trump that in 2006 called the Palm Beach police and said everyone knows what Jeffrey Epstein is up to? That's weird, huh? But it doesn't end there. Let's remember what Donald Trump said on that phone call with the Palm Beach police in July 2006 about Ghislaine Maxwell. Trump said that Maxwell was Epstein's operative, she is evil, and to focus on her. But just like with Epstein, when Ghislaine Maxwell was arrested in June of 2020, Trump had this to say.
Do you feel that she's going to turn in powerful men? How do you see that working out?
I don't know. I haven't really been following it too much. I just wish her well, frankly. I've met her numerous times over the years, especially since I lived in Palm Beach, and I guess they lived in Palm Beach. But I wish her well.
So just to recap, when Trump was having private conversations in 2006 about Jeffrey Epstein, he says everyone has known he's been doing this. And when he mentions Ghislaine Maxwell, he says she is evil. But over here in 2019 and 2020, when statements like that could make these two angry, he says, I had no idea about Jeffrey Epstein, and I wish her well about Ghislaine Maxwell. So what do you guys think? Why would Trump change his story from this to this?